Hallo, wir sitzen hier mit Barney von Napalm Death im Café Bewitched, ein sehr angenehmes, leckeres, veganes Café und wie man sieht, sind wir auch sehr angetan von dem Kuchen hier. Barney mag sowieso vegane Torte, habe ich gehört.
Ja, es schmeckt gut, sehr gut, ja.
Und manchmal isst du auch zu viel Torte.
Ja, letzte Zeit.
Ja.
Yeah, I can't say in German. I was almost sick last time I left this place. Sehr krank.
Sehr krank.
Letzte Zeit, ja.
Viel Torte, sehr krank.
Ja, genau.
How come your German is so good?
I did 5 years at school. Yeah, so and of course a lot of time in Germany, but not enough time because, as with any language, when you're not there, I guess your ability to react becomes, disappears again. So I think if I was here in Germany consistently for a month or something, I would probably be speaking fluent German, and that would be a great thing because I think language is multiple languages is a great skill to have, in at any time, So.
You like playing with words anyway. I mean, especially when it comes to the new album title, Apex Predator, Easy Meat. I think many Germans will just, scratch their heads.
But that's okay, it's there to be asked about, Yeah, I guess it's an evolutionary terminology, from the theory of evolution, and the apex predator is that which sits at the top of the food chain. So a good example would be like a shark in the ocean, or the lion in the savannah, but in context of what I wanted to portray with the album, it's about the whole album came about from the Rana Plaza disaster in Bangladesh a year or so ago, and the fact that it was a major industrial disaster, a lot of people were killed, but yet somehow the coverage was somehow less than you might expect, and it kind of gave me the feeling that life was somehow considered somewhat cheaper, than in other parts of the world. I know it sounds like a harsh thing to say, but it kind of gives you that impression, And so, there were various factors that really kind of stoked the fires, if you like. So the first was that they already knew the building was under extreme danger of collapsing when it did, so it could have been avoided, The second thing was the response of various multinational clothing companies that had an interest in this place. The response was just pitiful, and it was no response because there has been no long-term solution since to the supply chain, So the apex, so that gives you a bit of context because the apex predator is represented by those companies or individual bosses who willfully inflict these kind of conditions on their workers knowingly, And then the easy meat is actually the people, the subjects of the subjugation, if you like, who sits at the bottom of the triangle, if you like. Triangle of evolution or whatever.
Yeah. So I guess you don't buy at Primark or
H&M. No, I don't. No, I make my own buying choices, and it would be nice if there was a little bit more of that, if people would sort of go to other places. But it's a tricky one because obviously you can't. The real culprits are the very companies we were talking about because they set the agenda. They set the mood with things like, oh, you can have cheap clothes. Yeah, but it still looks kind of good, so you're not wearing something that looks like crap. Yeah, so they set that mood. So the mindset becomes that cheap equals good, expensive equals bad. You know what I mean? So, it's tricky to kind of beat people with a stick who have to go out and buy clothes. But it would be nice if they kind of stood back a little bit and understood what the difference, like a couple of euros, can make. To a shirt or a pair of trousers. The thing is that how many pairs of those do you buy a year? Is it really that much of a a difference to pay a couple of euros more and go somewhere else where if you do your research you can find somewhere that is a lot more, shall we say, not ethically dubious, in that respect.
Yeah, the artwork looks pretty creepy, even
Sure.
a bit disgusting. Maybe
Yeah,
for some
and I'm
people.
glad because it's achieved the desired effect.
Yeah.
Well, to me, the supermarket packaging is great for starters because to me, say you're hungry and you go into a store, say a supermarket, and you're looking for nourishment and something that looks appetising. The most unappetising thing generally is that store is those little plastic trays that sit in fridges or elsewhere. And so I wanted to use that tray as the symbol of cheapness almost, and then obviously the offal that's inside that is really disgusting. That's like the easy meat. So that's those people that were sitting at the bottom of that triangle that we were talking about. So it's the ultimate indignity, really. Not only are they kind of meat, to be manipulated sort of thing, but they're also sitting in some nasty little package,